Hi, Rachel, it's Mrs. Olson. I thought I would make you a video to provide feedback for your final project. So the first thing I would like to say is good job for narrowing your focus to Pilgrim houses. I think that's the first hurdle that some kids are running into is that they're talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and you were great in narrowing it down to one specific subject, which is Pilgrim houses. Okay, so first things first on the editing list, I would like you to take out this apostrophe, okay? And the reason why is because when you have apostrophe in this case, it signifies possession. So if you are talking about plural homes or plural houses, you do not need the apostrophe. You just need it to say H-O-U-S-E-S, no apostrophe, okay? So that is the first editing thing. Now this is kind of an introduction page. I see what you're doing here. That's good. You are providing an image for a pilgrim settlement and then comparing it to a beautiful modern house, which is, I love the choice that you made here. That one's pretty cool. Okay, so looking at this paragraph, one moment. The only thing that I would say for editing would be to write this out. You can write a 1600, okay? You can write 1600s or, hold on one sec, I'm gonna move this. The editing features on this sometimes are a little bit hard to use. So you can write or that. So writing 1600S is probably easier, but either one of these are good options. You don't necessarily want to write it like that, okay? So that's just a small little editing thing. And let's go to your next slide. Okay, so the title is Who Built Old Worn Down Houses? Well, it's a long story, but don't worry, I will tell it to you. A very long time ago, a group of people that had lived in England believed in God. So, lived in England. Let's just write, instead of using the comma here, and, the word and, believed in God. The king would not let the group build a church and did not want them, there should be an M there. Them. Want them, and then you need a to worship God. So the group of people decided to leave England and move to Holland, riding across the ocean on a boat called the Mayflower. And to this day, the group of people are called Pilgrims. Ever heard of them? Well, guess what? The Pilgrims built the old worn down houses. Wow. Okay, so just a few typo things in there. And we are going to the next slide, which is the inside of a pilgrim house. That's good. Okay, so most pilgrim homes were around 800 square feet and had only one large room where everyone slept, ate, cooked, and did other things. And then you wrote took place. Okay, so choose one. You can write and did other things, period, or you can write everyone slept, ate, cooked, and nope, nix that. Okay, so let us take out this phrase here, took place, okay, and just put a period after and did other things, period. Some homes also had a loft in the pitched roof where the families kept dried herbs and provisions, and maybe a few beds. The men went to the woods and cut down trees. They also used axes to chop and trim the trees to make them square. Then they fit these pieces together so that they became a frame. This gave shape and strength to the house. It was a lot of work. They had to carry everything. Today we have cranes to move heavy objects. Very true. Here it is again. We are going to take out the apostrophe and just write C-R-A-N-E-S, okay? because we are not signifying possession. We are just writing the plural of cranes. Okay, on to the next slide, which is a good picture, and then what were the roofs made out of? Okay. Oh, here goes. The Pilgrims made thatched roofs for their houses to keep out the sun, wind, and rain. To make the roofs, they cut grasses and reeds from the marshes and bundled them. Then they fastened the grasses in layers to the roof, and that made their roof. Okay, so you want to take out this period, and just to make sure that you write blah, 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 in layers to the roof, and that made their roof. So take out the period and make this a lowercase a to combine the sentence. Not as fancy or secure as the roof of your house, is it? These houses are probably at least 399 years old. Okay, and then we get to the quiz. So what I want to do right now is go to the criteria page, okay? So you have background info talking about where the Pilgrims came from and why they came to the New World. You definitely have visual artifacts, a whole bunch of photographs, so that is good. I would like you to add a slide, a sentence or two about how these houses contributed to society. You might talk about how they were needed for survival for the Pilgrims in the New World, and or you could talk about how today's homes are similar to the homes that the Pilgrims built, but they are more technologically advanced. You could write about both of those ideas or just one of them, but you do want to make sure that you explain how the Pilgrim houses contributed to society. Now this one should be easy, but it is missing from your rough draft, an explanation on why you chose the subject and what was the most interesting part. So, just looking at your rough draft, I am going to guess that you are somewhat interested in houses or architecture. You maybe like looking at houses. Maybe you have a parent person that's a real estate agent, or maybe you might like to be in real estate later on. So any reason that you have for doing Pilgrim houses, tell me why that is. And then also tell me, out of the information that you found, what is the most interesting part about Pilgrim houses that you learned, okay? You've already got your 3-question quiz, so you're good there. So remember that you're making a couple of edits on the slides. They're not too big as far as like fixing spellings and things like that. And then you want to make sure that you add a slide about contributions to society, and also tell me why you chose Pilgrim houses and what was the best part of what you learned. Okay, Rachel, I think I'm done with the video feedback. Please let me know if you have any questions. Bye.